So you want to make money with your YouTube channel, but you're worried that your audience is too small. Here's the thing. I've done it with a channel that had under 500 subscribers. Let me show you how. Our story begins way back in early 2018. I have 4 acres of woods full of all kinds of crazy little creatures, and I absolutely love filming them. So why not make some kind of thing on the internet sharing these incredible encounters with people who are also interested in creatures? Well, this was fun and all for the later half of 2018, but as with any small channel, growth is really, really slow. And that can be super, super discouraging. Like you, I come from a family that is pretty traditional. You go to school, you get a job for 20 to 30, 40, 50 years, and then you retire old and decrepit, and then at some point you die. And that's just life. That's how it works. There was this point, a pivotal point in my content creation career, which I still believe I'm in the very beginning of. I was sitting in my dad's office at his job. I was up in Raleigh. I think I was meeting a friend or something, and while I was waiting for my friend to text back, I was editing a video in my dad's office. One of his coworkers walked by and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" Because, people aren't usually editing videos in this government office where he works. And I said, "Oh, I'm just editing a video for my YouTube channel." And my dad made an offhand comment that sticks with me to this day. He said he takes pictures of bugs in the backyard and thinks he's gonna get paid for it. That quote resonates with me to this day because it's a testament to the kind of mentality my family has regarding content creation. It's not the traditional path, it's not viable, and it's simply not work. And if you're watching this video, you probably resonate with that sentiment to some degree. I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can make money with the content that you create. What's the quote from Star Wars? There's more than one way to skin a womp rat. Even though growth was really slow on this wildlife channel, I wanted to make it work. From day one, I was networking with other small creators in the wildlife niche, and over time, I built up a community off of YouTube of wildlife content creators who just got together. We have Discord chats to this day. It's actually incredible the friends that I made just from making wildlife videos on the internet. But there's more to it. As I developed relationships with these people and we gave each other feedback to improve each other's videos, some of us started to blow up. One particular creator had 2 videos go insane bonkers viral in 2019. And the thing is, he wanted to level up his channel. Guess who he turned to be his video editor? Fast forward to fall of 2019. This larger creator in my niche reaches out and says, "Hey, would you mind being my editor on my YouTube channel?" Now, I didn't even know this was a paid gig at first. I just thought, hey, this guy's making great stuff. I believe in the work he's doing. I will absolutely lend my editing services. When he hit me with the fact that he was going to pay too, I was over the moon. And I still remember the call that I made home that night, that same night. I'm like, "Hey Dad, you remember that time you said that I'm taking pictures of bugs in the backyard and I'm not gonna get paid for it?" Guess what? I just landed a freelance editing gig as a direct result of taking pictures of bugs in the backyard. This may sound like luck. This may sound like a completely out of the blue opportunity, but this kind of thing can be engineered. I set up the environment where this could have happened, and I want to show you how you can make a substantial side income. I literally paid the out-of-pocket portion of my college tuition with editing videos on the internet. You can make money with your content too, and I'm gonna show you how. A lot of YouTube tips and tricks channels will tell you to treat your channel like a business. Now, this is good advice, but I wanna do you one better. Treat your channel as if it were a portfolio. I don't care what type of videos you're producing, but put your best foot forward with every single piece of content that you put out. Don't settle for like a 50% video you put together in 30 minutes. Show your audience, even if it's only 10 viewers, show them that you care about the work you're doing, and they'll see what your potential is. This is actually a great strategy for starting with 0 subscribers and landing freelance gigs. You could go out, take a month, use either your own footage or stock footage, and just make really sick edits using a bunch of footage to really show how versatile you are with your editing software. Then you can go on like Fiverr, Upwork, or some other freelancing website, or even hell, make your own website and market that with ads or something if you have the budget. And people will be able to see that you know what you're doing. They're gonna say, hey, this person knows how to edit a video, and they'll be like, you know, I might be willing to hire this person. From day one with My Wild Backyard, I was putting lots of effort into carefully framing my shots, carefully timing my edits and my storytelling, so that even though I was shooting on an iPhone, you felt like you're watching a National Geographic documentary. I had very limited equipment. I had a crappy laptop that could barely run Premiere Pro and After Effects, but I pushed my equipment to the limit so I could put my best foot forward. And when it came down to it, my buddy didn't care what my audience size was. He knew what the quality of work that I could do could mean on his channel as it started to blow up. He knew that a small step up in quality would really resonate with his audience, and the addition of motion graphics and color grading to his footage would take it miles further. And it also meant that he could focus on filming and making content and not have to worry so much about actually editing it. See, the best way to get hired as a freelancer is if people actually know and trust you. This isn't about manipulating or, scummy sales tactics. This is like, just be someone who's good at something that they know. For example, I also do freelance portraits, and I have never posted an advertisement for any portraits, and I can still sell them for $75 to upwards of $150, $200. And that is simply because I will do freebies for family members. They'll post them on Facebook or Instagram, and the next thing I know, I get a bunch of DMs and texts saying, hey, so-and-so wants you to draw their dog, or so-and-so wants you to draw their grandma. Like, you don't need to be the best. You just need to be the best they know, and even if that, you need to be more available than anybody else they know. And as you get more work done, you add to your portfolio, you get more good reviews, you just gain more influence in your freelancing space, and the next thing you know, you're getting recurring commissions every single month. I currently pay rent using video editing commissions. And I'm not a huge channel, so just putting in perspective. As of right now, if you were to check out My Wild Backyard, I think I'm at around 2150 subscribers as of the making of this video. That's, by all means, fairly small. I am monetized, I make like $1 or $2 a day from ad revenue, but most of my income comes from the freelance gigs that I got as a direct result of starting that channel and just persisting. Even though I had like 400 subscribers when I was hired, it didn't matter what my audience size was. That larger creator saw potential in my work and saw the way that I could help him to level up his channel as he was blowing up from viral videos. Just put your work out there, get it in front of the right eyes, and you'd be surprised what you can do with a very small audience. If you're a newer video editor and you want to learn how to edit videos so eventually you can get hired from a small YouTube channel, I've got a playlist right here that will actually give you a YouTube-friendly crash course to Premiere Pro. And if you're an established YouTuber who's trying to get more eyes on your content, I've actually got a video right here about how to level up your thumbnail game. That's all for today, but I will see you in the next one.